Welcome back to the channel, guys. So we're here today, and probably I'm gonna make this video out first because now this is up to date on future from the things we did, and then maybe the videos that I upload later will be from what we did prior to. And I'm doing this because I'm behind, like I always am. I still have the car, so you guys know. We're having a little issue with the car. Of course, I know the car right now won't let me rev past 4,500 RPMs, whether at idle, whether driving in any gear. It won't let me rev past. It sounds like a fuel cut starts bouncing off. I'll put a video clip after this just so you guys can hear it. And if you guys know what it is, please let me know in the comments. I'm still trying to figure it out. I've changed the spark plugs. I saw that whoever had the car prior had put split fire coils in it, so that's pretty good. At least they have those, but we don't know if those maybe are dirty and it's the cause of the issue. Don't know. Obviously it's still doing its thing after replacing the spark plugs as well. So today we're going to try to put in an AFM, the airflow meter or mass airflow sensor. Try to change that out. Did go aftermarket with Delphi. The Nissan OEM one is about over $800, so it's a lot of money. I'm going to try with this airflow meter first. We're also changing out the fuel pump just in case, because like I said, it sounds like a fuel cut. So maybe it's the fuel pump not getting enough fuel once it gets into higher RPMs. So I went with the Works 255 fuel pump, and I'll put, again, like I said in the video, I will put at least a picture and go over it and show you guys. I probably won't be doing too much how to because I'm here at my shop and they're allowing us to at least work on the cars. We only have a limited time, so it's not enough time to be filming and stuff. So I'll try to show at least little clips here and there, at least of everything being done. Alright guys, so this is the problem we're having. The car won't rev in any gear past 4,500 RPMs. Let's see if it'll do it. I noticed, seems like when oil temperature is a lot higher, it doesn't do it. But let's see if it'll do it now. You hear it? It's like a fuel cut, and it's weird. So this is the issue I've been having with the car for a while now. Noticed it after we bought the car, probably a few months later. I noticed it in first gear only. Then I realized it was happening actually in every gear. So far we changed the spark plugs. Right now for today, we're actually going to change out the mass airflow sensor, as well as check for any boost leaks, as well as change out the fuel pump. I have a Works fuel pump 255 going in, and I'll put the pictures up for you guys. So we're starting by replacing the mass airflow sensor here. It's pretty easy. You just take out the 10s and then we switch it, and then this is the new one. Went with Delphi because we know usually Delphi is a pretty close to OEM brand that they use here. So we'll switch this. We're actually currently smoke testing the system. Doesn't seem like there is a leak anywhere going. I don't see anything. I'll double check, but at least there's no leak in the turbo system. Alright, so we replaced that. It's pretty simple. You just take off the 8mm bolt for the mass airflow sensor, take off the 10s, that comes out. Now we're here in the back here for the fuel pump. From what I can see, I believe it's behind this, so this should just come off with those clips there. And this is the new Works fuel pump here, and it's packaged very nice. They also give you new hoses, new clamps, new filter for everything, so it should be good. And this is again Works 255 pump. After doing some research, I know the 255 I guess works with the factory hopefully tune. This is the part number there again. Let's install it. Okay, so we got that out. So it was the two clips there. There was also another clip up here, as you can see this hole here. This style clip here, it just turns, pulls out, and then it actually comes out as one whole piece. Did not realize that. So that comes out as one piece, and then right here there's a little strip that you just, and that comes right off. And now we can get to the fuel pump. Take off those 10s there, lift that up, unplug it, and then the lines. Okay, so once the 10s are out, just unplug it, push down these, those come off, and now you got 3 lines here. So this one's obviously just clamp. That's easy. These are a little bit more of a pain because they're push tabs. So essentially, see right there, you have to push those in and then it comes out. It's actually kind of annoying, one of the annoying clips. So hopefully they don't break, and hopefully this doesn't break. And then this ring, you just spin it off. You can use a hammer with a screwdriver. Luckily, since I'm at work, we do have a tool, same style ring. Hopefully it should fit. Okay, so we got lucky here. This hose comes off. Sometimes these clamps end up being so tight and stuck. So what I did was put a little screwdriver, loosen this up, and if you can get hose pliers here, all you have to do then is twist it, but very nice and easy, so that way you're not breaking this tab off. Okay, and now with this clip, what you have to do is actually put, you see these tabs here? You have to push these tabs in, and essentially that will go under this line, and then the line pulls out. And then what you would do is pop this over, so that way it lines up with that groove, or you can keep it and just try to line it up so that way it locks. I'm gonna take this off, put it in there, and then push it on. I will do this one, and let me see if I can put on my meta glasses for a point of view, so that way you guys can see how the line comes off. Okay, let's see how this works. So what I'm using now is the bigger size right here, as you can see there, the bigger size of the hose pliers. As we cut in here, so you see right here, what I'm going to do is try to get this, and I've learned this trick. You see how it pushes in? Then you should be able to pull on the line, and it should come out. I don't want to put too much pressure because you don't want to break it. Come on. Now that's one way to get it off. If we keep trying and it doesn't work, what I can do is here, so you can see better. You see that there's that tab right there. You can get a screwdriver or a pick, get under it, pick it over, and then do the same for the other side. I'm gonna keep trying, and then I'll show you once it's out. So there you go. What I did was push this back in, this hose, just so that way this had space. You can see that this was actually too tight like this on one side. So then once it freed up, I was able to push it in and take it out. And there you go. So that comes off. And then, I love a pocket screwdriver. It's probably one of my best tools here. Push that up and over the tab, and the same with this side. Or a small screwdriver, it doesn't really matter. Pocket, not pocket. And you just, it comes right out. And then what you can do is put this right back in there. So then all you have to do is just put it in and it locks. So that way you don't have to worry about it. So now let's take off this ring. So now once the hoses are off, you just untwist the thing. Obviously I kind of cheated because again I'm here at work, so I was able to, we have a special tool, so I was able to use it. And that comes right up. Now, seeing some videos, what you gotta do now is, you see that black and white wire right here? Unplug that one, and then apparently down there into the tank is a metal tab right there. It's gonna be hard to see because it's not focusing, but apparently you gotta pop it and then that pulls out, because if you look all the way down there where my finger's pointing at, all the way down there is where the fuel pump is, because it's at an angle. So that's very interesting, and you gotta make sure then you can get it back into that angle, because it's very important. So we were able to pull it out. Like I said, there's a tab actually. Since there was no gas, it made it easier. What you did was, literally all I did was lift up. As you can see this tab right here, I guess that's what it holds on to, and then it slides in. So you wanna make sure that you slide it in, and this locks into the tab that's in the tank. So right there, you see that white tab right there? That's where it kind of just sits on right there. Okay, so we're trying to figure out whether or not to use the harness that they gave you in this kit. As you can see here, it's nice, but I just plugged this in, and it looks like the factory Nissan plug there fits right in. It does go to plus to minus, so that is right. Again, this is the D-Twerks 255 right here. So now we're gonna figure out how to take this out of this slot here, and we might reuse these clamps, just because these worm gear clamps here are great, but they could cause issues where these are less pressure on it, so that way when they swell or it expands out, it doesn't actually affect the hose itself. So I don't know, maybe somebody in the comments will let me know. So there is a filter sock that is different sizes. I don't know if that is the pickup tube. I believe that would be the pickup, but I don't know if, see how far this extends out. And this one's a little shorter. So I don't know, you can't put the line hose because this doesn't extend. So I'm gonna use the original hose, see that how that works. Should be fine. We'll find out. Right now I'm gonna put the locking tab there, which I'm using the new one, so it's pretty simple. This pushes in, as you can see there, the tab just locks in, so that's how we're gonna do it to that one. And put it on there and then hopefully reassemble. So for reference, once you get in, you see how that tab is there? So it goes behind it. Now it's very hard because it's not focusing here, but there you go, you see that? So it goes behind that whole assembly, so you guys know it slots behind that metal bracket there. You see that bracket, and then the white piece, it goes all behind there and slots in. If not, you won't get it in. You can now see the fuel pump is down. Okay, and now once that's in, and then this pushes in, Do want to note though, now the tank is dirty, but you can see the line there. You can see this arrow. That arrow is supposed to tell you where exactly this is supposed to be, so it lines up. So you're gonna line that arrow up with that tab down there, so you can clean that up, and then pretty much essentially should just push the seal in, and then lock it in. For those of you who stayed this long in the video, thank you so much. So unfortunately, I couldn't show everything after we finished putting in the fuel pump, and I was showing how to at least get it sitting in the tank right. Fortunately, we had to leave. I only have a 2-hour limit there, so it's very hard to be filming and doing everything at the job, of course. So we did it. We primed the system. There was no fuel leaks. We started the car up, and the car was misfiring. You could see it. It wasn't throwing the lights on, but you could see it was sputtering. So I swapped back over the mass airflow sensor to the original, the one that I had, and it stopped sputtering. So that told me the Delphi does not work. Probably either need factory or to be honest, just tune it out, get a standalone ECU, and just not have an airflow. So afterwards, I let the car warm up, drove it. It's still kind of fuel cutting. This time it let me go to about almost 5,000. So that does tell me it probably is a fuel cut, and we've done pretty much everything I can think of. New coils there's in there, new spark plugs, tried the mass airflow sensor, didn't work, new fuel pump. Other than that, it has to be something telling the car that something's going on. I believe maybe it's saying that it thinks it's over boosting a little bit and it's cutting it out. Smoke tested the system. No, there's no leaks, so that's good. The only thing I can think of is probably needs a standalone, and if I'm going to do that, probably wait to get the front forward facing intake plenum first. Then after that, probably also the injectors, do the up pipe, and then probably get the standalone. I might as well do that all at one shot. But for now, I'm just going to enjoy the car. Thank you guys for sticking around and watching. Peace.